All right, so I'm going to show you guys how I turned this property into this property. I used my skid steer and a brush hog to clear this property for the client. They acquired this property and they want to build on it, but they're not sure what the full lay of the land is because it's just too thick to see through. So I started with the easiest path in and out of the property, coming off this little road over here. Some of this little brush I could kind of cut through and see, you know, where I was going. Some of the thicker stuff and start cutting through it. You got branches and things falling all over you. You can't really tell where you're going. So I started off by taking the path of least resistance to kind of get the little stuff out of the way before I started worrying about any type of tree of any substance, you know, any type of real size. This brush cutter that I was using does a pretty good job of handling almost anything, you know, roughly the size of a 4x4 or smaller. You don't want to overdo it. It does have its limitations. This wasn't a high flow system, and I rented it. Rented this thing for about $300 for the day, and man, it's incredible the damage you can do with this thing. You can really mow through some stuff. And this property had some low-lying areas that were actually really soft. I had to be careful because the skid weighs quite a bit. And it's tough to see in this shot, but there's a giant pile of material down to kind of the middle right area, kind of where that road ends. It kind of goes into a giant mound, and later on I wasn't able to film it because flying a drone and running a skid is a little tricky, and there were some parts where I was a little nervous around some areas that I thought I might sink into, but I was able to cut down that giant pile of material and spread it out through some of the lower areas in the property, and he was really happy about that because we already had the existing material on the property from when they cleared it initially. And so to be able to turn it into this, look at that, it's opened up, and man, it's starting to look like you can actually see what's going on around this property. From going from being completely covered up with brush to being opened up to the point where you can see through it, walk around it, was really, really rewarding. So here you are, just traveling straight through, no cares in the world. The property was very uneven still, so I had to do a little bit of grading. If you look kind of behind me right there, you'll see where the pile used to be, and I cut that pile down and spread it all over the place to kind of level this place out. It's not a perfect grade, but the client was extremely happy.